know, I just want to say that, you know, I'm down with Tiger Woods, and, you know, I pray for him and his family. He'll be all right. You know, I'm just disgusted with all these women that keep popping out. You know? Because, I mean, what do they think they're going to get points? That doesn't make them look like, you know, queens or whatnot. That's despicable. You whore. Rappers going to jail is like athletes using steroids. It's going to happen. It is what it is. You know, they're going to keep doing what they do. Nobody's going to learn until it happens to them. You know, I was one of those rappers who, you know, would go to jail, but a lot of times it wasn't because I wanted to go, it's because of the people that I hung around and the positions that I was in, or just people just picking on me in general. But as you get older, you understand that your association by affiliation is important. You put the right people around you and that sort of thing won't happen, you know what I'm saying? Because there's people that care about your best interests and your every move and your, you know, your direction that you're taking. And I feel like the rappers that are getting caught up and going to jail, they don't have that. They don't have nobody saying, hey, no, we ain't going there. Nope, you ain't doing that. That ain't happening tonight. It's them in control of everything until they lose control. You know what I'm saying? So I say to all the rappers out there that's getting caught up in trouble, I know some of it may not be your fault, but just be a little slicker, a little bit smarter. I'm not saying that I know everything, because I know they on me every day, all day. Even after I leave, I know they're going to be on me. But you just got to know how to move and, you know, get a nice understanding with the enforcement in your neighborhood that you about what you're about. I always think about where they would be, you know, if they had worked out their differences. And I do know and understand that if they were here, it'd be a lot of MCs mad right now, because they spot wouldn't be what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a blessing that they're not here, because they created a lane to give other opportunities for other people to shine. And, you know, they were an example for us to see that, you know, they had a great talent, and it's just, you know, God controls everything. You know, it's not a man-made thing that happened to them. It was all the spirit that happened to them. And it happened for a reason. I don't wish that on nobody. I wish they would have worked their problems out, because I was cool with both of them, and I had love for both of them, and was friends with them to the end. But I just feel like, you know, that they're not, now that they're not here, that creates all of the new MCs and the industry being able to switch from the west to the out, from the west to the east, and be able to go to the south. Because once they were gone, it made lane and made room for the south to creep in and make some good music and not be controversial. A lot of times I go to the studio and I don't even write it, I just, whatever comes out of my mouth is what it is, because it's an expression of what did happen in my life already. And then a lot of things that I do, you know, write or say, it's an imagination or a visual picture of what I want it to be. And it always tends to come to life because of the way I live. I make it what it is. I'm not one of those rappers who's gonna make 2 or 3 songs about me getting shot and killed. I went to the hospital and got shot again. And I don't make records like that. You know, I did that once upon a time with a song I had called Murder Was the Case. I wrote this song, and 4 months later after I recorded this song, I was fighting a real murder case. And that let me know that my pen is mightier than my sword, so I need to really focus on what I wanted to write about. And then I had friends of mine who would just continuously write songs about their death and how their life would end, and, you know, and I would be right in the studio with them, and we'd be on the same song, and they'd be talking about getting killed, and I'm gonna be alive in my verse. You know what I'm saying? So it was like,
so you feel like you're speaking your own future to an extent?
I mean, like I say, the gift that we've been given, you know, the chosen few, you know, when we write it and we say it, it's real. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's like, I look at like great writers like Ice Cube. Ice Cube told you everything that was gonna happen in the 90s before it happened. If you really paid attention to what he was saying. He was giving you what was gonna happen when we took over in '92 with the riots in LA. And that wasn't no accident. That was reality. That was him knowing the temperature of the streets and what we was on. So it's like you got a chosen few who do that. You know, Tupac was great at that. You know, writing the future of what he thought was gonna happen, or you know, expressing himself in a way where you could visually see it before it happened. It's only a chosen few that do that. So I try to take my time to make sure I got a positive, you know, light at the end of my verse.